Evening, what up? Pleasure to have our special guest tonight. Finally, Jim Carrey 10 movies in 5 years and he's searching for something.
I lost a cracker. You saw?
Jim Carrey, he stars in Man on the Moon. I saw the movie this morning. It's a terrific life of extraordinary guy Andy Kaufman, directed by Milos Forman. An opening week from today. We take this earlier today for play tonight. Thank you for finally coming tonight.
I'm so glad to be with you.
Why it take so long?
Gee, I was scared.
Weren't you?
I heard you. I heard pretty rough.
No, but you said to me once I don't like to sit down for interviews. Why?
That well, you might find out who I really am, and then it will be over.
That's
the dream anyway.
People who make people laugh don't want people to know that, right?
Well, I think people who make people laugh are actually kind of shy. I know you. It's hard to believe that, but
The most comics are
they really are. They kind of they overcome upstage because if they actually get serious for a second, they blubber.
it comes out.
It's true. It's always right there. So I mean, like somebody asked me to make a serious toast or anything, I really get through it.
It means you have to be funny. Thanks a lot.
It's a good little function that you go into and it come.
We've got time to discuss life and times. So first, a little bit to begin with and then later in the end about this film. Why did you want to do this movie?
Well, Andy Kaufman is kind of like petrol sent comedian to make me, and in a comedy word, right? Sure, anybody who wants to do something different has to go to Andy Kaufman first. Has to look at it because it's a car record as well. Just something beautiful and some blind.
So when they came to you with three while other people were looking at, so I heard Miller's like you, right?
Sure, he's gonna get upset if he keeps calling Milo stove.
Why?
Milo?
Milo?
Yeah, Milo. It's okay. I'm found very close with that. And no, they couldn't get more upset then. It was me, so it's okay. It's an amazing process. I would get calls for him on weekends and stuff like that.
Why he is calling?
Sure, he's like, I don't know how to talk to this man. Andy is out of control. Haha, yeah, kind of things, and I was scared at first, and he wouldn't. He didn't have the heart to stop me.
It's like he's selected over others, right?
Well, yeah, it was a process of auditioning on tape, and I got lots of people say, "Don't do it, man. It's dangerous, man. Like that. Take Rouse, man. You're a big star. You blowed it off."
How did that?
And I was right there. Viva Las Vegas.
How did you get in movie showing clips? How did you to get that look to look so uncannily like him? Cause you don't look like him. You don't look like him.
It's just inside.
Well, yeah, but where did you find it?
I don't know about the looks. It's just kind of evolved. We tried things in, the first day of shooting. They put this big nose on me and stuff and tried to get me Andy's nose, and it totally destroyed the look because the rest of my face is structured differently. So I gained 15 pounds to make my face round. Still haven't lost the ace.
How about those eyes? What, Andy?
It's a feeling. It's a feeling.
It's a feeling?
Yeah, Andy was mostly about the feelings of wonder and the feelings of he was some kind of, I don't know, weird little surprise that he has and you can't see because you can't possibly handle it. Yeah, it's kind of things. Should I show you?
So really, what you are doing is really taking it from within, and when you're doing it, alright.
Yeah, it happens, and he begins to look like you.
It's difficult to play someone that we have seen as opposed to the Truman Show, the character who you are inventing. This is Andy Kaufman. We know him.
Right, well, there's a lot of material or things like that. The harder things about it's there are the heck of people that are still living and knew him very well, and it's incredibly important because he portrayed him in the right way, and that was the hardest part about him. I'm not trying to please them, but trying to
Do it right.
do it right. Make sure that you don't destroy the legacy, you know. And there was lots of pressure. His father told me one of the main concern was that people didn't understand. They thought, you know, he would wrestling woman, and he was most concerned, and his family was most concerned about. It's that Andy, it's shown who he really was, which Andy is a person. He had a childlike wonder, and really didn't come out in a nasty way as much as he just didn't understand why people should get so upset because he's trying just playing the rule.
Is it the thin line Jim Tolet we talked to Jack Lemmon about this playing? Someone who we know
Broken.
It was the only show. Hey, you want more? I told Maurice. We asked Brenda one. He seems not perceived me.
Yeah, right.
No.
And he kissed Jack.
He do. Don't.
I was there, by the way.
I can't stop think about it.
It's
a thin line between playing someone and impersonating, or you playing in the control, being in the confront, or have seen impersonating him.
it wasn't impersonating because you're coming from a carnal inside person. It's not like physically I gonna get this tighter. It comes later, but it was initially what is guy about. What is the essence that you want zero in, and those are the best kinds of impression that you want to call. It's the one that, you know, I walk out and, you know, on Golden Pound when I first saw, and I was doing the face, but I didn't know it. I was just repeating lines from movie. But because the feeling was so strong, when they refound and did that movie so strong, it just happened, you know, and then the best kind.
Do you have to like the character you're playing?
Yeah, you have to understand and compassion for him, for sure. Yeah, I don't think it's possible to play a character you thought this guy is a jerk. You know, it's.
So even if you're playing evil,
you have to understand this person was maybe at one time who, you know, didn't receive the problem or whatever it is.
Doesn't look into the mirror and say I'm evil.
Right? No. You say, you know, or else if it does, it's evil. It's kind of like just ignored it.
To some who had never seen Andy Kaufman or only a few him from Taxi, which most of the world knew him mostly from that great, maybe the best sitcom ever done.
Right, and was his least favorite work.
Least favorite.
Yeah.
That sound through the film. By the way, he's hysterical well in and he played it.
It was amazing, but didn't rehearse, and, you know, didn't want to be there, basically.
I think they just renowned for show.
Right, exactly. They told me they go looking for him, you know, it was in his Cordoba and a lot somewhere, he parked somewhere.
Also a good idea to have the real characters.
Oh, absolutely. That was great, yeah.
Yeah, and they were a little crazy. You know, Andy was tough to deal with.
Like what? Oh, yeah. So, you know, he played Tony Krypton when Tony Krypton was there. He called that carrying his music when the rest of people are in their makeup trailer, but really was blasting them out of their seat. With the Chipmunks Christmas songs on 60 times in a row, you know, just to keep them, you know, on you a little bit.
What about similarities between that Carrey and this Carrey? Jim Carrey, he is brilliant by the way, and Man on the Moon. We'll be back. We'll be right back. We're back. What are you doing?
I'm fixing the place up. We're done.
You have to be silly. Is that it? You have to. Is that it?
You're stealing time.
Are you still a little boy? You're still a little boy, aren't you? Little Jim is still little trouble.
You're not sick of trying to be. I'm a late bloomer man. I don't even hurry yet.
What you want to be when you grow up?
Oh, sorry. I have a little bit on the side eye commando.
What you want to be when you grow up? Who influenced you? Did you have any influence?
You know, I was a big fan of Dick Van Dyke fan when I was growing up.
What did he do? He has a lesson to.
It was a guy who did over the top comedy, you know, who did the clowning things, put it in a real context, let you believe the character, and that was a genius. He was able to do that, you know, and you know, I like people can do that, was not conventional.
When did Jim Carrey know that he wanted to do what he is doing?
Forever.
You knew that Andy Kaufman knew that he was
Tiny.
5. You knew it then?
I was in my room too. I was shut by room. All kids are out playing and doing whatever. I'm trying to get Johnny Memphis, whatever. For me, it was all about when are we gonna have company again, and we'll like have a show ready to go.
And you are really poor, right? It was a poor household.
Initially we were kind of lower class than we went to, and dumper, you know, so it was worse. I knew the other, you know.
So you are once the whole family?
Yeah.
Did you invent imaginary character to get out of this?
I do that. I did a lot of, you know, prank, something like that. I tried to start race riot in the factory. I would like, you know, put the, you know, cover all the work boots in a particular situation inside the cubicle, you know, and hey, look at this man, you know, they blame each other, you know, just like stupid guys like that.
Bye, Mark.
Bye, Mark.